Donald Trump's Board of Peace has begun its difficult and important mission. The goal is what no one has yet achieved: to end the fighting in the Middle East and rebuild the Gaza Strip, which has been brought to the brink of collapse by the bloody rule of Hamas terrorists.
What we're doing is very simple: peace. It's called the Board of Peace, and it's all about an easy word to say, but a hard word to produce: peace. But we're doing a great job. Board of Peace is one of the most important and consequential things I think that I'll be involved in. We've been involved in a lot, and really I've been involved in a lot with the people up here. We work together.
Among those seated at the inaugural table were the presidents of Argentina and Romania, the prime ministers of Hungary, Egypt and Armenia, and the foreign ministers of Turkey and Israel. Representatives of the European Union, Italy, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and the head of the International Policy Office in the Office of President Karol Nawrocki, Martin Chidach, attended as observers. In total, representatives of more than 40 countries who had already declared their presence during the Economic Forum in Davos, where the Board of Peace was established, were present. It is good that President Nawrocki is sending his minister there. In a situation where Donald Tusk is being pushed out of various important meetings, the President's representative will observe what is happening at this conference. There will also be talk of big money there, because Trump wants to invest about $5 billion in the Gaza Strip, so maybe there will be an opportunity to discuss the participation of Polish companies in this venture. We cannot stand aside. We must be with Trump. The Board of Peace began its deliberations under the chairmanship of a Republican, but also in the presence of U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and many representatives of the Trump administration who contributed to stopping the criminal Hamas and returning Israeli hostages kidnapped by terrorists to their homes. The goal of the United States in the case of this Board of Peace, especially the U.S. under Donald Trump, is to show or find out who in the world is on America's side. Because liberal Europe, Western Europe, but also Europe and Poland under Donald Tusk, have repeatedly shown that they want to wait out Donald Trump's America, hoping for the Democrats to return to power. That is why, even before the talks began, there was a lot of talk about those who, despite being invited, did not come. The absence of French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, and British Prime Minister Keir Starmer caused controversy. They fear that this will undermine the United Nations, weaken it, and Donald Trump sees how weak the UN is, how ineffective it is. Trump is a businessman. Trump sees a problem and wants to solve it. Unlike the United Nations, where they will meet, debate, talk, argue with each other, and do nothing for a few years, Trump just wants action. I hope that more countries will want to join this organization, the Board of Peace. Especially since, contrary to the fears of the participants, neither Vladimir Putin nor Alexander Lukashenko were present at the meeting. Those who believed in Trump's peace plan were there. We see some superficial political resistance to this Board of Peace. It stems partly from political posturing, partly from attempts to defend the old order and their own relative positions within the United Nations, which in today's situation is already an insignificant institution, inadequate for today's conditions. In addition, we all know that it is corrupted by the influence of Russia and China. Thanks to Polish President Karol Nawrocki's good relations with Trump, Poland is welcome among the countries that will decide how to bring peace to one of the most volatile regions in the world. When your most important ally establishes an international organization, you have to participate in the project, not as a member for now, but at least as an observer. I would not rule out the eventual membership of the Republic of Poland in the Board of Peace. It would be good for Poland to actively participate in these processes, commensurate with its important position in Europe and the world. All the more so because the Board of Peace faces a great challenge. The Gaza Strip, which has been almost razed to the ground, needs immediate help. Above all, ordinary people who for years have been used as human shields by terrorists are crying out for it. Destroyed homes, schools, roads and hospitals need to be rebuilt. The Board of Peace has emerged as a body that aims to bring stability to the Gaza Strip. In the Hamas-Israel territory, on a ceasefire and the introduction of a legal order there, the first step is to stabilize the situation in the Gaza Strip, which is very necessary in order to introduce a legal order there and to limit Hamas's power. This will be a very difficult first test for the Board of Peace, because resolving armed conflicts in the Middle East is very difficult. Donald Trump, having diffused many international conflicts in just 1 year after his second inauguration, has proved time and again that he is a president of peace. He is very keen to see an end to the fighting in both the Middle East and Eastern Europe.
Gaza is very complex. It's been amazing. I want to thank Steve and Jared for an amazing job. Marco's over there watching. Everybody's fantastic, and Jake.
This is what Donald Trump is striving for, and he is encouraging world leaders to join him.